Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And your host, Jeff. Guys, if you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, One Word Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. If you want to click on the link, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. Let's jump right into it. And I was going to say, you need to say, welcome to Caribbean Time Tabletop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We late as shit today. Oh,
shit. We were supposed to start at 5:30.
This is the after dinner edition.
Hell yeah, we had some technical difficulties going on behind the camera, so it's like we had to fix it first. And
I feel like every day is a
Jesus Christ, man. We never get a break, do we?
Man, we've only had this thing for what? This equipment for what?
A year?
No, almost 2 now.
Almost 2?
Almost 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, just
but
2
then again,
years.
this ain't from like no electronic. We bought this. Well, we bought the important shit from the important places.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
But the accessory shit, I don't know. I think that's what's failing us. Right
yeah,
now.
When you use the name brand shit.
Yeah, all our shit's from China, bro.
Yeah, we need to use the name brand. What's the name of that other HD video card that
the capture card?
The capture card that's expensive as shit. It's like $50.
I couldn't tell you. No, the capture card is fine. This isn't a legit capture card.
No, it is. I mean, I paid $30 for each of them. But
I don't know. That sounds not legitimate.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta jump on that $60 capture card. So,
but maybe I really think it could be the USB hub.
Also,
right.
You think we need to upgrade the USB hub?
It could be the USB hub because maybe there's just too much. What do I say? Like going through, like too much.
Really?
Yeah, it could be. Because it's separated as it's.
But the only way we'd be able to connect all this equipment is because of the USB.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it doubles as a power bank and a freaking USB. Right.
Yeah.
And it's all funneling through one USB.
Yeah.
Into the PC. So I don't know. We have to figure it out. I feel like we have to deconstruct this whole setup and figure out where the root cause of these issues are coming from.
Because again, the computer's only almost 2 years old. And all the equipment's almost 2 years. Yeah, because you were streaming. It looked like you were streaming yesterday. I'm like your B&B Sports premiere is happening right now. Guys, go check that out when you have a chance.
For sure.
But it's streaming now, and it looks like you're using the computer camera again. So it's like,
bro, it was so bad. Like I tried to bargain with this. Like, hey, let's not touch the desk. Camera won't freeze. Nope, it didn't even matter. If the camera saw me move, it would freeze. It was like too much.
That's weird.
Too much to handle. I don't know what was happening. So, like, I think half of the video is just me cutting in and out.
So you just have fucking switched to the...
I just switched to the regular, the laptop. But that's what it is. Like, but it's been like that every single time.
That's weird.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like we would have had that. I would have had that problem solved by then. Mm-hmm. It just happens every single time, and that's a bummer. Mm-hmm. That's a big bummer.
I didn't expect Mom to be here today.
No?
No. I thought that's how come I got the chicken.
Word.
Yeah, because I know she wasn't gonna be here today, so I was like, fuck it, let me get some chicken, come home, and then you and I can have some rice, beans and all that stuff like that. And then I'm like, I see her car. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, she wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff and ended up doing nothing, actually.
Yep. Oh, yeah. When she saw me bring that, she's like, man, I ain't got to do the pork anymore. Yes. Yeah, she didn't want to do it. Oh,
she didn't want to do that.
Nah, man.
Like, you ain't got to do it. I'm like, you're fine.
She's like, I'm like, all right, yeah. I said, now about this chicken for no. She's like, no. Like, all right. That shows that you didn't want to do it in the first place.
She didn't want to do it.
Yes,
I'm like,
sir.
you're fine.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but no, man. I just didn't expect that, but work was kind of weird. I'm not weird, but work was long, man. I mean, I haven't gone in at 3 a.m. in a long time.
Bruh, that's what was it? Team leader days, bro?
Yeah. That's when I did the 2 a.m.s, 2:30.
And GRS days too.
GRS days weren't that bad. I would come in at like 4 or 5, but that's when I worked at. That's when I worked in Naples, though.
Word.
But I still have to wake up early because if I had to be there at 3, then I had to wake up at
Dog, I did not even realize school was back like that. That's so weird to me.
Yeah, school was back. Yeah, because our receiver wasn't there. So
they didn't even have that much time off.
That's why I said. Remember, I said it gets shorter.
No,
and shorter
that
every
was
year?
crazy to me.
Remember, I said it gets shorter and shorter every single year.
I remember doing my routes, and I would see like all the graduation signs. I was like, oh, okay, school's out.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been like a month and a week, 2 weeks.
And it sucks even worse for the students that had to go to summer school because now it's like, fuck.
Do they even still do summer school?
Yeah, because there's buses at the first month of June. Because they try to do it in June so they can enjoy their July.
Did you ever do summer school, Jeff?
Yep, I did it summer of 9th grade.
I feel like you did it when you were in grade school, too.
Yeah, I did summer of 9th grade and summer of 5th going into 6th.
Okay, that's what that was.
Yes, and you know what it always was? Math.
Math.
I'm just not good at it.
I feel that.
I'm just not good at it.
I feel that.
When it comes to business numbers, I can.
That's crazy because you're a numbers guy, which blows.
You what?
How the fuck are you doing the math, then, Jeff?
I don't know.
How are you calculating? How do you own any of this?
I don't know. It's just
and you can't do math.
It's just I don't know, man.
That's crazy to me.
I'm on my.
You just absorb. You just mind meld.
My math is on my own time.
You just touch the book and absorb the mathematical prophecies.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just
that's crazy to me, man.
Just I can't do it. For some reason I can't do it. Like no, I did it. I actually did it summer of 11th grade too. So I went to summer school 3 times. Mm-hmm. I went the summer of 5th grade going into 6th, the summer of 9th grade going into 10th in Immokalee, and then I went the summer of 11th grade going into 12th, and it was always math because I couldn't pass algebra 2 when I was in 11th grade, and then it was
okay. So like, let's take a trip down Jeff's psychological memory lane.
It's a mystery.
So you're sitting in class. The math teacher's talking, mm-hmm. and he's explaining a concept. Mm-hmm. Was it you would just...
Yes. Every single time. I'd write it down.
So your brain would just check the fuck out?
Yes. Every single time. I'm not going to lie, because I would write it down. Like, it's like your autopilot driving. Like, you're paying attention to the road and everything that's going on.
And you're like, when did I get here?
You're like, fuck, I got home really fast.
Right.
But it was the same thing with math. I would write down the steps. I'd write down everything, all that stuff like that. But you remember how I told you every time I was to go take a test, everything would just blank. It's like, yeah, I'm listening. I'm trying to learn as hard as I can. But then I just...
Did you ever study?
No.
I feel that.
No.
I feel that. I never studied.
I tried. I couldn't.
I never studied.
I tried. I couldn't.
I was a great test taker and all that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was...
Yes, you were a great
I was a great test taker. I just hated doing the work.
Yeah.
So I just got by taking the test.
For me, it wasn't even the work. I just wanted to pass.
You can't just want something.
Yeah. I manifested it. Let's talk about manifestation.
Oh, man. No, that's wild.
No, yeah.
No, I understand. I completely understand.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
Yeah. It was so literally every time I went to summer school, I'd pass every class, but every time I went to summer school, it was because of math.
It was because of math.
Yeah. So
wait. So with summer school, they made you take all your classes over?
No, they all right. So
or just the class you need to.
You've never been to summer school, right? All right. So it's very simple, and it's funny because it's like, here's this booklet, finish it, and then you pass. So they don't even give a shit. They're just trying to say you have to you have to pass this. You have to pass this booklet, and then you're set. There's not even like a test or anything like that. It was literally, let me show you this. I'd go every summer. They'd give us this thin booklet full of math problems, and every day we'd do a chapter on something. There'd be like a
what?
Yeah, every day it's like a thin.
Oh, okay,
and then you just have to complete the entire booklet. So every day.
So could you go ahead of everyone?
You could, but you'd still
have to show up.
Yes, just for the attendance.
Oh, I would have done the fuck out of that. What the hell?
Yeah.
And I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm. So there was no homework. There was nothing like that. It was a thin piece of booklet, and you just have to pass not pass, but you just have to do the math problems. Teacher would grade you, put you as attendance of being there. Then after that was it.
And then you go home?
And then you go home, which is why summer school is so short.
Right.
So you'd go from like 10 a.m. to 12.
Right. I remember I'd see you go to school and then you'd be back like 2 hours later. I'm like,
yeah.
What the
Or
fuck
8
did you even do?
Or 8 to 11 or 12. Yeah, it was like that. Even lunch, like it wasn't even like lunch. It was like, oh, we'll give you some small snacks, all that, because we weren't there that long. There wasn't really much to learn. So for the 5th grade, didn't pass the math in Mr. Burnett's class, so I had to do the summer thing, booklet. Then algebra 1, couldn't pass that, booklet. And then the same thing with the 9th grade one, booklet. And then that was literally it. And then all I had to do was pass my ACT reading in order to graduate with my high school diploma, which I did.
Right.
But I kept failing every single year because, I don't know what it was, man. I was just.
Maybe you just learned different.
I think that's what it was. Like
you just learned
the way my brain was. It's like
you couldn't give a shit about it.
No, it's like I look at it this way. Damn, you saying
you what?
Damn, this nigga saying you didn't give a fuck.
You didn't give a. Bro said math. Who cares?
Yep.
Who fucking cares?
When would I use this in real life?
Yeah, what the fuck?
So, back to what I was saying. I don't know what it was. Like, with learning anything, it was just my brain just left. I couldn't sit there. It felt like we say NPCs.
Right.
Like this is the curriculum. This is what we gotta learn. This is what we gotta do. I couldn't do that. I couldn't sit in the chair. My leg was always twitching before I knew what it was. Yes, always twitching. I can't sit down. And then it was worse because in 10th grade when they decided to make block classes, it was like fuck. So it's like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays you have this block. Tuesday, Thursdays you have this block, and it's like damn.
Jeff was suffering.
I was.
Damn.
I was.
I couldn't.
I was.
I couldn't.
You couldn't what?
That's why I just started skipping class and shit. I was like, fuck
gotcha.
it. I'm just gonna.
Well, remember, I had to pretend to be the good kid because that's what I was always seen as when I was younger. It was never anything. Yeah, it was never anything else like that. So it's like, I just. I don't know, and like you said, we talk about ADHD and shit like that, but the way my brain works, it's like I want to learn on my own time. I want to learn how to do things on my own and make the mistakes on my own, not how you're teaching.
Not force fed the information.
Exactly, because it's like I'm a computer. It's like I'm a floppy disk being hooked up to a computer just to absorb the memory onto the card.
Right. Well, that's pretty much, honestly, most of
Which is why I feel sorry for a lot of college students because when they graduate, it's like, I have my degree, yes, but you don't have any real experience in doing that if you don't do community service. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
sometimes community service do be on you.
Yeah. So
really depending on your zip code.
Yeah, because they expect a certain amount of pay, and they've never done anything. Like, you can get all the either you're too experienced or you're not experienced enough.
Or you're not experienced enough.
Yeah.
So a lot of people end up wasting a lot of time in school without that field experience, and it's like, yeah, I got the degrees, but I've never actually done the job. I've simulated the job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I've always noticed when if you think about it this way, like you'll literally hear all these stories of all these men and women struggling with education. They were poor in school. They were doing all this and that, and then they leave, and then they end up being the most successful person in the world. And it's like, yeah, you have some smart people that check all the boxes, become successful and all that stuff like that, but most of the struggle stories, like when you watch Shark Tank, that black guy that says, I grew up poor, I didn't have any money, the bald short black, I don't know his name.
Oh, I know you're talking
about.
Right,
from Shark Tank. I'm pretty sure
he always got the
he's literally the
that.
only one. Yeah, he's literally the only one on Shark Tank. But that's a consistent person of one of the top 4. But it's like you don't know. He tells you his story and how he struggles and how he got where he was at. But look how much he's so business minded in what he does. And it's like, just because you're not intelligent like the scientist or the mathematician, or you failed in school, doesn't mean you can't succeed in life. Because the way his brain works is he knows how to hustle, make money for him, business aspect, all that stuff like that. And it's like me, like, what have I always been saying to all 3 of you guys? I'm not the smartest person in the entire family. And you're like, that's a lie. And I'm like, dude, I don't see that. And you're like, wow, look what you did. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, but it doesn't feel that way. You see what I'm saying?
Because no one just feels smart.
Well, my mindset is always, in order to be smart, you need to either know a lot of knowledge or sound smart. But you're like, no, that's not how it works. Everybody's brain is different. So that's
usually the smartest person in the room is the humblest, because they're always accepting the fact that, hey, I don't know everything.
I can improve, yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying? That's usually the smartest guy, the sponge. You know. So it's like,
and that's what I love to do. I love to absorb. But when you're giving me an instruction and telling me to follow that instruction, I'm like, I can't do that.
So how would you have liked to learn math? What would be your learning style that would have got you engaged in?
That is a good question. I would say not use like Sally had 3 apples.
That wordplay bullshit.
Yes. Because the wordplay automatically put my brain in, damn, you're calling me stupid because you have to explain it in this way. So why not explain a real life scenario? Or
I
why not explain a real life scenario using that specific math in it or something like that would get me interested? Because it's like, man, you see how this structure was built?
Like, hey, you're at the ATM.
Yeah.
You're overdrafted $20. A guy walks up to you and says, give me all the money in your ATM.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you have to give him?
You what? That's perfect. You see what I'm saying? Because then, damn, you're like, oh shit.
I'm gonna die.
Not only is he overdraft, he's at a negative in his bank, but he's getting robbed.
There you go.
And the potential of death is to ensue.
Now calculate the percentage of survival. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You know? No, but I get you.
So, but it's like you're reading off a textbook. Like, no. This happened this way. This happened that way. Order this and that. Like my brain, like you always say this. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You always when you're reading a manga, you're like, man, Jeff is gonna ruin the episode. I'm like, so I'm gonna still watch it. My brain works different. Yes, I can watch, I can read what you've been reading ahead, but I can go back and watch the anime and say, okay, that's what led up to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how my brain works. It's like it's patches everywhere. It's not it doesn't go in a straight line. It does this.
So like you're in and out of
like a checkerboard.
Kinda.
Like a checkerboard. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how come. And I look at my brain like chess. It's not straightforward like checkers.
All right, you go in a straight line.
Straight line,
right.
Diagonal, L shape. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how I learn, and that's how come checkers is boring to me. But I love chess. That's how I always say, do you know how to play chess?
But chess is also a numbers game. Like, that's what's crazy to me. Like, I don't understand.
My brain is different.
I don't understand. Like, You excel in the application of numbers, but learning numbers is where you struggle. I don't understand. Like, do you have to hands-on physically work with the numbers?
So. I think so.
I got you.
I think so.
Like, you need a actual visualization of the numbers to comprehend the process that's taking place.
That's like when we're like building. That's like when we're like building something and we're taking the measurement, the angles, and
right.
Stuff
You're
like
good
that.
with that. You can measure angles and shit. We built that fireplace because of your measurements.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't understand like how.
You tell me. You're the more complex
nah.
family member.
That's different.
You gotta explain that to me, man.
That's different as hell. You're good at shit that requires calculations and numbers, but it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I mean, I don't know how my brain works. It could be this lump on my head, you know.
It's a second brain.
I'm Dr. Vegapunk now.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. What the fuck? It's a second brain, bro.
All the
There's too much brain meat, so it just bloop, a little lump. Just
No, for real. Yeah, no.
That's SSD for your brain,
exactly.
Bro.
The signals are finally aligning. The signals are finally aligning. But like I said, I don't get it. I just learn different, and I learn through physically doing it, visuals, and then human interactions.
I feel that.
So, if I can, like I said, when we have conversations, everything that I've learned always just click. Which is why when you're playing your science videos or your nature or all that stuff like that, I can watch it because it's not like a textbook. That's something that they had to put together in order to present to you. It's not me picking up a book and saying, this is the chapter on the first one, this is the chapter on the second one. It's everywhere. Or you'll pause a video, we won't even finish it. Let's say you don't finish it, you jump on another one.
Right.
And then you go back to it, and then you jump on another one. My brain absorbs all of it. It just doesn't look like I'm paying attention.
No, I
I promise you, Jeff, I'm paying attention.
No, I feel that.
I
feel that. My brain works the opposite.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'll be watching a video, and then I feel like, I already know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, you explained the whole video to me before you even finished.
Right.
I'm like, bruh, why are we watching it? Just so I can see if I was correct. Every time, 100% accuracy every single time. You never fail. And I'm like, why you? Because it's like,
because there might be something new that I don't know, so I like to relearn the same information to see if it's
just in case they update it.
Yeah, if it's consistent with what I already knew.
Yeah, because science is forever changing.
Right.
And
you see what I'm saying? Nothing is law. There's only so many laws in science. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of that, you know, you can't rely on a piece of data that you learned 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always, but when it comes to that, it's like, okay, I already know this. If I already reach halfway through the video and you're saying the same shit that I already knew, next video.
Or you're just saying a whole bunch of babble that has nothing to do with it. Or like
those are those bot channels.
Clickbait videos.
Those are the AI channels. Yeah. Pretty much, they just tell the AI to write a whole script. Write a space script, and then they just add space clip art or JPEGs in the background, and it's the same ones. Sometimes if you listen closely, what they're saying doesn't actually even fit the context of the image is being shown on the thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
That's how you know it's like that AI bot. They'll just pump out hundreds of videos.
And I think a perfect example is the one where it's like, oh yeah, we finally figure out what's in black holes, and I'm sitting there watching.
And they just explain the process of a black hole.
Watching this 26-minute video and nothing happens.
Not explaining.
And I'm like, Jeff, they just tricked me into watching a whole video about what's inside black holes. But then I learned my lesson because I'm like, if they did, Jeff would have shown it to me already.
Right.
But you haven't.
Right.
So I've learned my
quick as shit. I would have been the first one to...
You look at it, that's bullshit.
Yeah. I always be looking at it, all right, Jeff, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But I learned. I know that they have not learned what's in black holes, and they didn't even give me a theory on what's in black holes. They just explained what it did, why it appeared, why the mass goes into it, why light disappears. And then I was looking at all and it had timestamps. So I kept jumping the timestamps. I'm like, all right, when are you gonna tell me? When you gonna tell me? When you gonna tell me? And it just explained everything about black holes.
That's what I'm telling you.
Without telling me what's in black holes. So it basically got to click.
It's them AI thing.
Yeah.
Because you can literally ask the AI, make me a script for black holes, and then put timestamps, and then just have a voice thingy.
Yeah.
You know,
say it for
and
you.
put the prompt.
An AI bot.
An AI bot voice prompt. Speak the whole prompt for you, and then slap some pictures. Slap some
images together.
What do you call those? You know what they're called? Photo stock. Stock photos.
Okay.
Yeah, stock clips and shit like that. There we go. You know what I'm saying? And then now you got a million different videos and people are going to click. Because the AI knows how to make a clickbait title.
Okay, cool.
And then they just make money off of the revenue off of that. And then that's how some of these channels...
Well, what I've learned with YouTube is one person, if you exit the video, it counts it as another view. Up to 5 times. So one person can give you 5 views, regardless if they finish.
I thought they got more strict with that. Like if you're on the same IP address.
That's right. I looked it up.
Oh.
It said from February of this year. It says
one person can
watch 4 or 5 views.
That's
why I just watch it. So let's say you're watching a podcast. It's too long. You exit, and then you go back.
And then you go back into it.
It counts as another view.
Oh wow!
So every time somebody goes on, it counts as a view, especially if they don't finish it in one sitting. So I've learned that there's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
So how would you find the average view of that? Would you
on the analytics? It shows you the average view.
So what? How would you
duration?
Do that? Would you divide? Yeah, that's true. Analytics, but like outside of analytics, let's say you're just an average viewer, average watcher. So what would you do? Would you divide the total amount of views by 5, and then the total amount of views by 1, I guess?
I would see what the average duration is, and then
well, that's what I'm saying.
Average watch time. Yeah,
you're not getting that analytic if you're not the creator.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. You're talking about the person watching,
right?
That I don't know. I just wanted to make it aware that it is.
That's crazy.
That one account can give you up to 5 views based off of regardless if you finish it or not. So that's what I'm saying. But no, man. Going back to the whole how my brain works. It's just, I mean, that's how I don't get it. Like I've been trying to figure that out too. It's just if the information is not scattered, I can't do it.
Like on some
if it's organized
treasure hunt.
Yeah, basically.
Wait, you thrive in chaos?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Remember when we went to the
escape room?
Yeah. See, you knew what I was about to say. Look at this man. Look at that. You read my thoughts. He's reading my brain waves. Me going there, the first thing that went through my mind is, man, I'm the stupidest person in the room.
Bullshit.
And then
we were all over things.
We were reading half the shit, and then I was the one that solved the first one with the candy on the roof, and I'm like, holy shit. Then I saw something on the wall, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like,
this man was just seeing shit. I'm like, that's just wallpaper, Jeff. What the fuck? I'm like, that's just wallpaper. That doesn't mean anything.
It's the lump.
It doesn't mean... He tapped into the RAM storage.
Sensational.
Everything exploded.
Man. Jeff tapped into the RAM. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when we went into the escape room with Skylar, SB, and her friends, it was different. Like I understood everything. Like it felt normal.
I overthought the fuck out of that.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you solved some things.
I was like, we need to look under the peel of the sticker in the telephone. You gotta lift the phone, dial 221 type shit.
Right.
It was so extra. I was just like,
oh man. And we solved it with what, 5 minutes to spare?
That's facts.
That was facts, dude. And it's like, and then especially when
we close to the record? Nah.
No. Especially when you got to the candy machine. Like you did most of the solving on that. But
yeah, that was cool. Because I like colors.
Yes.
I immediately looked for anything with like colors. I was like, yep, there's always something that has to do with colors. Mm-hmm. Colors are always a puzzle or a trick or a riddle. It's always that, you know what I'm saying? So that's immediately what I gravitated towards. But go ahead.
No, yeah. So it's like things like that, or that one TikTok that says, "How many colors do you see on this strip?"
Oh, on the spectrum.
On the spectrum. So
well, I counted 44. They said the max number is 39 or something.
I counted 42.
Well,
so they're like, "Fuck, damn! What brain level are you guys on?"
I don't know.
We're aliens.
I don't buy into that whole TikTok shit.
We're aliens.
I'd like to see a professional for that shit. I'd like to see a professional. How do they do a CT scans? They blast your.
Well, remember I got one because I thought there was something wrong with my.
Right.
Yeah, I went and got a CT scan last year. And
how'd that turn out? If you don't mind disclosing. Not all the info, but.
No. I mean, there was nothing bad. I got my blood work done. They checked my weight, all that shit like that. Of course, they said I'm obese. You know what was so funny? I'll bring something up real quick. Because Robert, the young kid I was telling you about the other day, he's like, yeah, man, I went to the doctor. Keep in mind, this kid's not fat at all. Yeah, man, I went to the doctor and they told me I was obese. And I said, that's why doctors need to stop going by the BMI scale. Because just you
that kills me every time. I could only imagine that shit. I'm going here to get my brain checked. By the way, you're fat. What the fuck? Why are you telling me this? I just came to get my brain checked.
Exactly. So no, but yeah, I got everything checked. Took off my clothes. Had no metal on me because we had to go in the machine. Find out I was going to the small machine. Keep in mind, I got fucking wide shoulders. I got wide shoulders. So the big CT scan machine was being used by a kid. They brought me outside.
Why would they do that? That's terrible.
They didn't know I was that.
They put you in the kid's CT scan?
Bruh. Well, because, bruh, they're trying to see if I was there. So.
They stuffed your ass in that bitch like cookie dough, bro.
You know what the worst part is? She's like, this is going to be 25 minutes.
That's crazy.
And she's like, if at any time you start freaking the fuck out, here's a button because it's tight. I have wide shoulders. A machine is pushing me in and the sides are squeaking. I didn't tell you this part, did I? No, I didn't. This is the first time he's hearing this story. That's why this nigga is dying right now. So keep in mind, because I have to get my brain scan. They're like, oh yeah, the big one's being occupied, so we have to put you in this one. And she's like, at any moment, if you start freaking out, let me know. When she kept going, bro, this is what I had to do. I had to separate my brain from reality because I started freaking out a little because she kept going in even further. Because she's like, I have to get. She's like, she's like, I have to get your frontal lobe, so we have to go in a little deeper. So all I hear is, and then my sides are wide. So she's like, try to squeeze it in, and I'm like, in my head, bitch, it ain't going any squeeze. I can't go any tighter than this. So all you hear is, because I ain't got lotion on the side of my arm, so all it's doing is. Squeaking against the goddamn plastic in the machine. So it's doing I'm like, fuck. I'm about to freak the fuck out. So I just separate my
Oh damn, bro.
So
Crazy.
I'm about to freak the fuck out. So I just do this. I just take my mind and bring it somewhere else. And I ended up falling asleep. I ended up falling asleep because I started thinking about other things. Because I'm like, if I think about that, then I'm going to, because I'm not claustrophobic, so I'm gonna randomly become claustrophobic for no reason, freaking the fuck out. So I took deep breaths, put my mind somewhere else, closed my eyes. Goddamn nigga, can I finish the story? Oh shit. So, just to go back,
bro. Next time you go get a CT scan, I'll pack you a stick of butter,
marinate myself,
grease your shit,
or I'll just ask him, can I go in the big CT scan machine instead of the small one? No, but I basically went to get a brain scan, not only to find out because the back of my head kept hurting a lot, like the base of my skull kept hurting a lot. And then, of course, I also wanted to get the check to see what this lump was, because the doctor from last year, I said, I just want to get it checked. I've had it since I can't remember.
You what? Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Bro, this nigga dying right now. So,
I'm sorry, damn, that's traumatic as fuck.
It is.
Oh my
It
God.
is. It is. So
That's traumatic as fuck.
so.
Oh my gosh.
So, no. So I'll let them know next year when I get it. But I went to go get it because the base of my skull, I can't even finish the fucking story. Let me finish the story. When you fucking the base of my skull kept hurting, I'ma still keep talking, nigga. Shut the fuck up. So the base of my skull kept hurting. So I went to get it checked, got blood work, did all that stuff like that. Found out that it was the pre-workout that I kept taking because I took it almost every single time I went to the gym. So I stopped taking that and the pain was gone. But they said,
I can't look at you.
Then don't look at me. Look at the computer.
Oh man. Oh dog.
I didn't tell you that.
No, you did not.
Oh shit!
Bro.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, I just said they was.
This the first time I ever heard that in my life, bro. They had to stuff your ass.
Yes, it was like a stuffed sausage. They're putting me in the croissant,
That's
bro.
crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So no, they did all that, got the brain scans, and then waited. And of course, you went with me to Naples so we can find out the results. So there was nothing wrong. It was just scar tissue.
Oh, okay. Was
So-
that from I guess an injury when you were younger? or
I
something?
guess, but she so they sent me to Cape Coral to get it examined, and then the lady was like, the only way we can check to see if it's actually something is if we cut it open, take a sample, and go test it. And I said, no, I'm good. She's like, do you feel any pain? I said, no. I said,
I wouldn't want to mess with it.
no, I wouldn't mess with it either because I don't know what it is.
Right.
So she's like, you feel any pain? I'm
Fucking
like,
aggravate that shit.
yeah. But she's like, it's just scar tissue, a lump right here, like, but it's not malignant. It's not nothing like that. So I said, no, if there's nothing wrong with it, then I don't need to do all that testing and all that shit like that. But she was telling me come back in a year to see if it grows. If it grows, then we'll do it. But it's still the same size, so nothing pretty much happened. But no, man. So,
Jeez.
yeah. So you told me to disclose. it. So I just went. It was just a checkup because I do that every year.
Damn, that turned into a fucking. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So-
Oh man. Thank you for that. That was
No, you're welcome, man.
wow.
But like I said, no, because
Wow.
you go get your what was we were talking about being obese or something like that.
It was a few weeks back, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, man. But like you were saying with the whole. That's why I say throughout the BMI, all that stuff like that. I got
Right, because it'd be bullshit.
yeah, it'd be bullshit. I think they really need to throw it out because they're doing the height based off of the male and then
That's weird to
what
me.
they should be, and it's like you're using.
Now, are they going with the national average?
I don't think so, man. I think it's if you're more than 30% body fat, you're considered overweight for your height. So no matter what your height is, if you're above 30%
30%.
of body fat,
I feel
that's
that.
considered overweight. And it's like it doesn't matter if it because
But genes don't.
it plays a huge.
Factor into that?
I guarantee you, genes do play a huge factor, but they don't care because you gotta look at it this way. If you look at Dwayne Johnson, he's muscular as fuck, but I guarantee you he's overweight even for his height. But they're not gonna say that because of his muscles.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because like even when he first started wrestling, like dude was pretty fucking
Jack.
solid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he just got super shredded, but
Other than that,
even in when he first really started WWE or WWF, yeah, even when he started WWF, dude was like, I wouldn't call that overweight. Dude was solid.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But because they're like, if you have more than 30% body fat, you're considered overweight. They don't care if you go to the gym. They don't care if you eat healthy. They don't care if your muscle mass is huge. If your muscle mass is huge and you have fat on top of it, you're considered overweight. Because I'll be doing shit that fat people can't really do. Come on, let's be honest.
No, it's
Yeah, man. So I went to do that, and I got my results back, and there was nothing going on in my head. So it's like I was hoping to discover an antenna or something like that. Maybe I might be an alien, But no, they said no. Everything
man.
everything is perfectly normal.
like what Parasite, Miggy.
Basically, yeah.
attached
Yeah,
to
it just keeps moving back and forth and all that shit like that. So no, I wasn't really hoping they found something, but I was really hoping that they would find something.
They would give you an explanation.
For
and not just right, because you've had it most of your life. So you're like, man, it's probably something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, just scar tissue.
Yep, just scar tissue on.
Do you remember having it? Like, how long do you remember having something like that?
Because remember, I never used when I had hair, I never used to do my haircut. So everybody would cut my hair, shave my head, do whatever they needed to do. I would never do it, so I never thought of it like that. You see what I'm saying? It was.
I feel that.
But then when
you weren't looking at the top of your head.
No. But when I started losing my hair and I started getting myself buzz cutting my hair, that's when I realized that I had it, and I'm like, when the fuck did this show up?
This shit's uneven. No, I feel that.
Yeah,
because even then, I feel like I've never seen that thing on your head for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I would have said something.
Exactly, and it was weird and random. But no, man. But I don't know. Going back to just my mindset and how I think, it's just I don't know. I don't know why I think the way I do. You know, besides.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to fall down the rabbit hole again. Go ahead.
No, man. No, but besides the way because you're like, I thrive in chaos, and it's like when I thrive in when everyone is chaotic, that's when I'm more calm. When everyone is erratic, that's when I think more clearly. You see what I'm saying? Because I can see the rationale and why that person is reacting or chaotic or whatever you call it.
I got you. I understand you.
It's like I'll step back, or I'll tell you, take a deep breath, think about what you're saying before you say it, and then go with there. You know what I'm saying? So throw me in chaos, and I can probably purify it.
How would you have handled the Alabama River riot or River Brawl?
You what?
Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
That was, man.
The Battle of Montgomery.
Man, that shit was crazy.
The Negro Avengers assembled.
Negro Avengers.
They came into battle, swimming, flying.
Not at the drop of a hat. But the toss.
But the toss is what activated the signal. That was the signal for everybody to come. And who was the most important person in there? The white chair. The foldable chair that saved mankind today will be remembered in history.
They're gonna have a national monument.
Oh shit!
They're gonna have a national monument.
Shit. That was amazing.
Of a white folding chair.
That was amazing. That man was just doing his job too. I was reading up on that and watching a couple videos on that. It was just insane because literally, a couple Alabama rednecks parked where they weren't supposed to park because he had
he's kind of like guiding the boats.
And then there was a boat that was actually supposed to dock there that was coming in with a whole bunch of people because it's like a tour boat type thing. And he asked the dude, "Can you move it?" Doesn't move it. So he starts unroping the boat and then starting to move it. And then one old dude comes by, says, "Why you?" I can't hear what they say on the video, but it looks like he's like, "Why are you moving the boat?" Blah blah blah. This and that, pushes him back. And then the young one comes in, pushes him back too, and then as soon as he pushed him back, he flipped his hat backwards. And then when the second one pushed him back, then he pulled it off and
just threw that bitch.
And then that's when all the memes started. He assembled everybody to come help him. Negro Avengers assemble.
Oh, that was crazy, dog.
No, that was amazing, man. That was amazing. And then the funniest part was when they're like, and they say black people can't swim. You saw this man
swam.
Michael Phelpsing it across the river
just to go help the brother out.
That was amazing. I love that.
I feel that. That was fire. Because they really jumped, bro. Like, I'm not gonna come on, bro. I ain't gonna watch it, bro.
No, oh yeah, for sure. Like one of the guys ran down the ramp and then tried to push a couple of them back to get off of him.
Word.
And then they started fighting him. And then everybody just started coming.
Absolutely.
Bro, I have never seen people like that. And then the cops, for the first time, were on their side.
Well, yeah, because they jumped the guy.
Yeah.
This was a citizen's arrest. What the fuck?
Yeah, for him just doing his job. No, it was nuts, man. It was amazing, but it was nuts. And now you go on the internet and they have nothing but all these memes.
It was amazing. The memes were
It's literally called the Battle of Montgomery, or they'll
Battle
give
of
these
Montgomery.
ridiculous names for it, or they already created the meme, or they'll bring in the chair if they're misbehaving, then they'll start flipping it. They even did one that said water, fire, earth, air, with the chair. So it was funny. And then after that happened, what did Walmart do?
Bruh, they sold out.
They sold out. Not only that, but a dude was laughing because he's like, man, black people, we can't have nothing nice. And then he started laughing because they had to check your ID before you bought
a folding chair. Nah, that's crazy.
before you bought a foldable chair.
I heard they were price hiking the chairs.
Yes, and then
too.
when you go on Amazon, it's like $131 for one foldable
That's
chair, no
amazing.
matter what color.
That's
and then you have
amazing.
people with memes going into the section with the foldable chair, trying to pick white, brown, or black. This is nuts.
Nah, that's amazing, bro.
No, it's nuts. That's amazing. I love it. No, it's amazing, man. But that's for the first time. It's like that's different. It's a funny meme. It's gonna be remembered throughout here. The Battle of Montgomery. Yes, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, man, it's like the man was just trying to do his job.
He really was.
He really was just trying to do his job. He told you to get out the way. And
He ain't deserve none of that.
Nah,
bro.
he told you to get out the way. But I respect the dude because he's like, I got 5 people on me and I'm gonna still fight them. And then you got this random female that comes in just to kick him for no reason.
Yeah, then other angles of the fight started flooding in, of the brawl started flooding in. And that's where I saw the chair. Because from the one that was across the river or the stream or whatever, they only got the kids swimming over. And then like the wide shot of the guy getting jumped.
Yeah.
But I did not see the part where the chair came in and stuff until I saw other angles.
Yeah, there was another angle where they're like, oh.
They had every angle imaginable, bro.
But it was funny because there was a video where he's like, man, it's so sad that people are so focused on this Battle of Montgomery, but nobody is focusing on the white woman that got hit with the chair. Nobody feels bad for that chair, man.
That's crazy.
That chair went through. So the woman that was reacting to it was like, what the fuck? Why? Really? He's one of those motherfuckers talking about that? And it was all about the chair. It wasn't even about the fact that the woman got hit with the chair.
The chair was there to just do its job.
Yes. I was just there so people can sit on it. They're even doing like a therapy session. And then they just used me to hit her. I have trauma now.
No, dude.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Oh,
it was
dude.
amazing. I love it. No, I love it, man. It's just I love the way people always come together and do stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
I
feel that.
It's just different. So
I feel that.
So no, but that was a good thing that I like how everybody came together at that moment. And it wasn't it wasn't a black and white thing. It was like you're beating up 5 people are beating up one person, and it's fucked up. It was probably never mind. It was probably a black and white thing.
Sensational.
Come on.
You what?
Let's stop beating around the bush.
I'm just trying to
Let's not beat around the bush.
equality and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah, man.
That's clearly.
Yeah.
That's clearly what it became. You
Shit.
know,
If we do that with everything, man.
Someone said, what did they say? They're like, if they weren't racist then they are racist now.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn, beat the hatred in them. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's what's up, man. But nah, man, that's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. I just
See, the thing that sucks is you can't even call it, Black Twitter. Black Twitter came together to make memes. But
Yeah.
I did see a tweet, I guess.
and yeah, because if you think about it, it's still the bird is just like this now.
No, it's a motherfucking X, Jeff. You are not funny to explain that shit away. Nope. Yeah,
I'm still calling it Twitter.
bro,
Fuck
it's
that
like-
shit.
Bro, it's like, if we were Black Twitter and now it's called X, what do we call ourselves? And then someone said Malcolm.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I feel that. That's solid. That's solid.
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No, man, I got nothing else, man. I got nothing else.
Nothing else, man.
No, sir.
I got a good ass laugh out of that. Man, That's the third time this month I've freaking laughed my ass off, bro.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's crazy. I can't believe you never told me that, Jeff.
I remember I told you it was small.
That was the funniest thing I've heard in a minute, bro.
No, remember
Dog, if I went with you, they'd have had to take me out.
Yeah.
They'd have had to drag me out.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd have been crying.
Yeah, like I said, the compartment was small because my shoulders were wide. Because she's like, man, I didn't know your shoulders were that wide, so it's gonna be a little tight. So that's when.
And they went through with it. That's what's crazy.
Went through with it. That's why she gave me the panic button. She's
How long would it have took for them to finish up with the kid and the big thing? Because I would have just waited.
Well, I didn't know that's what it was since I was already in there. I was just waiting for him. But no, I believe it was. I think it's like 20. It depended because each test is different. each test is different.
All right. Let's stop talking about it.
No, for real. Each test is different. Mine, she said, was 15 minutes. That kids could have been more depending on what she had.
They had. What
Yeah,
they were dealing with.
So that's how I went with it. But no, man, it was that. I mean, that's what she told me. So I just went through it. She gave me a panic button just in case I freaked out. But I just literally separated my mind.
Jeff just said, "I'm clocking out, bro."
I just went to sleep.
Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
It's that easy, dude.
What the fuck?
It's that easy.
I feel that.
So, but no, man. But that was that's all I got. But that was really actually good. That was really actually good. So
no, I feel that.
But now you have a sneak peek into how my brain works.
No, I understand a lot more now.
I thrive in chaos, which is weird.
That makes a lot of sense now.
It's weird. But if it's textbook straightforward, I can't do it.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's why I'm drawn. I think that's why I'm drawn to it so much.
J on your chest.
Yep.
All right, Jeff, take us home, man.
Guys, thank you again for joining us at the Caribbean time of Tabletop Topics. If you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, One Word Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to the episode. And of course, we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. You have a good night, weekend, evening, and day, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
See you soon.